Hey, what is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today. This is going to be a good, fun video that I planned out. I've been doing a lot of investigating on the city of Las Vegas for the WrestleMania 41 trip. We're still about 2 months out from heading over to WrestleMania in Las Vegas as we count down to Monday Night Raw tonight. I know that this year was a big shock in the system. I have not been to a WrestleMania, I believe, in 9 years. WrestleMania 32 in Dallas was my last WrestleMania trip. And I went on a good streak, I believe, of going to 6 WrestleManias in 8 years. And each and every year we saw the price increase one way or another, whether if it was the actual WrestleMania ticket or if it was the area that it went to. One of my main reasons why I'm not going to WrestleMania 29 in New York was the fear of how expensive the trip was going to be. Basically, of like, where we were going to stay, how we were going to get around. Um, WrestleMania 41 is a very short flight for me from here to Las Vegas. It's about $100. I'm lucky to live here in Sacramento. But the one thing I've noticed is that there is a lot of flights into Las Vegas. It is a huge destination city. I'm thinking by this point, everybody's got to have a flight in. If not, you really got to be wanting to look at it. I'm not sure what date they start increasing tickets because you're actually getting closer and they kind of think that you're hard up to really get into there. But make sure you're looking into it. I normally fly Southwest. I think it's a very good airline. I've always got really good customer service as well as having the best fares. You're not going to get hooked on the back end because for every ticket you buy, you're able to fly 2 bags for free. So you're going to be able to bring your clothes. You're also going to be able to bring another bag for merchandise or, clothes, t-shirts, keepsakes that you find along your way in Las Vegas. WrestleMania superstore findings, I guess you can say. Las Vegas hotels. There is a lot of hotels. There is a lot of places to stay. One of the big reasons why I booked early was because of the fact I was scared because WrestleMania was going to be there, that places were going to fill up. I was lucky that Miguel booked us a room over at the Harrah's. But there's literally casinos, hotels up and down each and every strip. Make sure you know where you're staying and where your budget is for your room. If I can throw it out there, I'll basically tell you that one of the best places there is to stay is the Westgate. You book your room through WrestleCon. If you go to the WrestleCon website or if you go to the WrestleCon Twitter, click on the place where you can book a room at the Westgate. It's going to be $109 a room. When you're booking a room at any place, they passed the law recently that resort fees, they're not going to be illegal, but basically they have to be put up front in your face as part of what they tell you your room is going to cost. For so many years, people have made reservations. You show up, you think you're going to spend one, part of money, and it ends up being not twice as much as what you thought it was going to be, but definitely it eats into your budget for where it's going to be. So I would definitely go back to your reservation. Make sure you look at what your final cost is going to be on your bill that they drew up, and make sure you know what's going on. If anything, you should be doing some sort of investigating on where your room is. From watching Las Vegas videos, if you are staying at the Circus, especially in the Manor Motor Lodge, cancel your reservation and book anywhere else right now. These are the worst rooms in all of Las Vegas. I would honestly say, from watching a lot of videos on Las Vegas, do not stay at the Circus at all. Go there for the dollar hot dogs, go there for the dollar peanuts, go there for the dollar shrimp cocktails. If you want to have fun, watch the actual circus workers, go in there and do that, but do not stay there. That's basically all there's going. That's basically all there is to basically say about that. Um, when you arrive into Las Vegas, I believe that Las Vegas is a destination city where it is awesome for people going there for WrestleMania. You do not need to rent a car. You will have to get from your actual airport to your hotel. Basically, there's two options that are going to be there. There is the hotel cabs, which run. Um, there was a problem at the airport where basically cabbies were running the long routes in order to get to hotels, running up the bill for people in the cab, and then not really having a way to get out of it. That Las Vegas passed a rule that basically there's 3 zones that you can go to from the airport in a cab, and it is flat rate. It is already told to you what is going to be. Of course, you have to factor in what you're going to actually tip your driver, and the one thing that you have to be ready for is to use cash. If you use cash, you're basically going to give them what the signs tell them it costs to get to your room. Then you're going to want to put your tip on top of that. If you use a card, you can use it, but you're going to get hit with a service fee of about $5. People not really complain about $5, but the biggest knock on going to Las Vegas for WrestleMania is how expensive it is. You need to watch your dollars and cents from the moment you get there. There's going to be slots right there at your terminal when you get off the plane, and you're going to think that this is going to be it, and you're going to hit it big right off the bat, and you're going to pay for your whole WrestleMania trip right away. It's happened. But very few people get rich at the airport. I honestly would stay away from those slots. And by the time you're ready to leave, and you're getting on your flight to get out of town, you're not even going to want to stand anywhere near those slots. You've been hearing them so much for the whole time you're there. Uber/Lyft is going to be an option. You're going to go upstairs. It's probably going to be cheaper. But one thing you have to realize is that there's going to be a lot of people in that line, and you're going to have to figure how long it is going to take you to get through that line to actually get on the road and get to your hotel. It's going to be a lot faster if you just go over to where the hotel cabs is. There's more cabs ready to go than there is going to be Ubers pulling into the lot right there. So I would definitely go up to the floor, look at the line, and make your judgment on what you want to do and how much money you think you're really going to save when you're looking at your Uber app to see how much is going to go. Right off the bat, I talked about using cash to pay your cab fee. If you use ATMs in Las Vegas, you will not find Wells Fargo ATMs. You will not find Bank of America ATMs. I don't even really know what other banks there are out there. You are not going to find name brand ATMs where you can get off without paying a service fee. They are going to ding you $10 to $12 each and every time that you want to use an ATM at a casino. I know that you're going to be wanting to do some gambling. I know that Las Vegas is always going to be a cash town. There's going to be tons of places where you can pay your bill using your phone or your credit card or your ATM card, whatever you use these days. But cash is going to be king in a lot of situations, especially WrestleCon, which we're going to talk about down the road. But I would definitely think about how much money you're going to bring with you. I'm not telling every single person here to be putting $1,000 to $2,000 worth of cash in their pocket as they fly into Las Vegas. I don't have cash in my pocket all that much. And honestly, my wallet, I don't even have the spot for cash like I used to have back in the day. I just have like a money clip in there, and most of the time I don't have more than $20 to $40 on me for when I'm going to like the farmer's market or whatever they call it out there. I don't really carry cash all that much. So I think if I'm carrying a lot of cash, I'm always continuously going to be, checking my pockets to make sure it's in there. But make sure that before you get to Vegas, you already have cash lined up. When I used to go on my Wrestlemania trips, I used to call myself the money man, and that was one of my tips, especially being a married man. For the people who thought, like, how do you get to go on all of these trips? Now that I'm no longer married anymore, I can let a lot of the tricks out here on the video. Basically, what I would do with my group, whether if it was Luke, Ravi, and Miguel, basically, I would buy the tickets, whether if it was the WrestleMania tickets, the Raw tickets, the tickets to whatever else we were doing, the hotel I would pay for, and then basically when they would get there, they would pay me the money, and that cash that's in my hand, I don't have to go to an ATM. When I don't have to go to the ATM, basically, I'm not taking money out, and my wife at home is looking and like saying like how much money this trip is really going for. I went to WrestleMania 28, and I think I told her the whole trip only cost $800, which I don't know how that passed, but I'm not going to dig anybody else's dirt out there, but there's worse stories out there from people saying that they were going on trips that didn't tell the truth about what they were doing. Basically, if you want to keep saving money, your first night that you're there, it's going to be way out of the way to go to a Walmart or to a grocery store, but there is a Target on the side of the MGM, which is going to be big. They do close at 10 o'clock. You think of Vegas, it's going to be 24 hours, but it's a normal running Target. It's not a huge size Target, but I'm sure if you go in there, you're going to be able to buy your Pop-Tarts, your Snickers bars, your Red Bulls, Rock Stars, Pepsi, Coke. Well, not that, but anything that you need that you're going to be able to keep in your room. Stay out of that mini bar. That's another big, huge thing. If you don't make it to the Target by close, there are CVS's that I believe are 24 hours. There's one across the street from the Target on the side of the New York. There's also another one across from the Bellagio fountains. Well, while you're also there, another good option is ABC stores. They are like corner kind of stores where you can go in and get drinks, waters, this, that, and the other. The prices, they're not going to be outrageous. So make sure you go in there. There's a lot of other stores that you will go into inside of the casinos and hotels, and you'll notice that nothing has prices. They fall under basically the same thing that Ticketmaster did for the WrestleMania. Like, I think they call it dynamic pricing. And as the busier it gets, they'll start charging more for water. They'll start charging more for sodas, this, that, and the other. And there's not as many people around, the prices will go down. But unless you walk up to the counter with every single item and say, how much is this? How much is this? You're not even going to know until they scan it all. And then they're like, you're standing there like, how the hell is this $40 worth of crap? It doesn't really make sense. So make sure you look out for the Target, the CVS, and ABC stores while you're there. Getting around, a lot of the work is going to be done on your feet. The strip is really long. Really use like the maps feature on your iPhone and type in like where you are and where you're going. See how far the distance is going to be. You might be able to see it, but you're not going to really realize until you start walking that where you're going is about a 45-minute walk from where you're going. Vegas is really known for that. For somehow, it's probably a lot like Disneyland. They make everything look closer than it really is until you start going there. See if maybe you want to use an Uber and you want to use some sort of a cab. Cabs don't stop on the actual strip, so you're not going to be able to do it that way. But make sure you know what you're doing. If you want to get going from like a long way, you can buy a Las Vegas monorail pass. It's going to get you all the way from the northern end of the strip at the West Gate all the way to the MGM. That's going to cost you about $15 for a day pass. If you were to buy continuous days It gets cheaper, but make sure you're actually going to be needing it on a daily basis to get around. There are two free trams, one that runs from the Bellagio to the MGM, another one that runs from the Excalibur to the Mandalay Bay. They don't run as far, but make sure you're realizing, like, if you're in a spot, there's actually a tram that you can use for free, that'll get you from one place to another. While you're actually using the actual monorail, if you ride it all the way to the end to the West Gate, the West Gate has a skywalk that you can use that walks over the street all the way from the West Gate to the convention center. If you're going there for the WWE World, if you're going there just to go to the superstore, that's going to be something huge. If it happens to rain, or if it's just really freaking hot out there, you got to remember that this is the freaking desert. And you know, just drink your water and put on sunscreen or anything like that. If you're like me and you're going to turn red almost no matter what you guys do. The easiest thing that there is out there on the streets to keep you safe, if anybody's trying to hand you anything, don't take it, whether if it's a CD, whether if it's a friggin' business card, something that looks like money. There's a lot of bad things that go out there, and there's a lot of bad people. There's fun people along the way that try to hustle you, like to take pictures, whether if it's Elmo, Mickey Mouse. There's some really good-looking ones. And you might want a picture in front of the Bellagio fountains with Mickey Mouse if that's kind of your thing. But just make sure you know how much it's going to cost. If somebody hands you a business card with a girl on there, you were to call that thing, look, there's parts of Las Vegas when prostitution is legal. It's not legal in Las Vegas. And if you do call that number, more than likely a girl might come to your room, but it's not going to be the girl on the business card. And she's probably going to have some other guys that might come knock down the door once you get in there. And they're going to take you for all you're worth, especially if you're not using the hotel safe in there. But that's just about everything. Things that I'm looking to do in Las Vegas while I'm there is I want to see what the spot where the WWE hotel was. It is an empty lot with nothing there. It used to be, I believe, the Debbie Reynolds hotel casino. She used to be an actress. That bought that. It's next to the convention center. They're going to be building the A's stadium where the Tropicana used to be, which is kind of kitty corner from like New York, New York. I don't think they're going to be far, but at least it'll be fun to see like where the A's are going to be going. While I'm there, I want to ride the New York roller coaster. It costs $25. It doesn't have the best reviews, but it looks really freaking fun. It costs $25 a time. I want to ride it once in the day. I want to ride it once at night. I'm a big roller coaster guy. It looks fun. I want to see it. Probably on the first day, I want to run down, take a picture in front of the Las Vegas sign. This thing honestly eats up a lot of your time if you go like at a peak hour. I think morning, I think night, around sundown, I think it gets really, really busy there. Look out for people that are going to want to help you, but then also charge to take your picture with your phone. I think, honestly, if you just ask the person in front of you or behind you in line, they're going to do it for you. But hey, maybe you want to get your picture taken with Elvis to be standing there, and he says like, "Y'all stand in your picture for $20." Maybe it's gonna be a story and it's gonna be fun. At night, make sure you're stopping by the Bellagio fountains. It's the big thing from Ocean's 11 where the movie ended. And I think the thing goes off once an hour. I'm not really 100% sure, but that'll be fun. They go into Caesars and the courtyard there where the pools are. It's where Wrestlemania 9 happened. It's somewhere in that area. And then it's next to where the Coliseum is, where they have their concerts and events. It's going to be in there. How I'm going to get in there, I don't really know, but it is definitely something that I really want to do. The Eiffel Tower at Paris. I saw that thing once in 2002, the only time I've ever been to Las Vegas. That thing looks freaking real. I know that Ravi went over there. He got engaged in front of it. And he's seen the real thing. But to me, that's the redneck Eiffel Tower. I'll look at that thing almost every day while I'm there. Places that I want to go and visit is the Pinball Museum. It's kind of down near the Las Vegas sign. Just go in there. I used to play a lot of pinball with my dad when I was a kid, so it kind of hits a certain spot. A place, it's open during the day and during the night. There's two different fees. Once the sun goes down, because they turn all the lights on, it goes up a little bit. But the Neon Museum, it's called the Graveyard out there. You get to see all the old Vegas signs. I'm not really sure what it else is, but that's kind of all I'm looking for. Should be fun. There's a movie prop exhibit called, is it Neonopolis? That doesn't sound right, but it's $20 to get into. They have a lot of cool things that was in movies. The Mandalay Bay has an aquarium. It costs $30 to get into there. Probably one of the best things that I think people need to realize they need to go do, and you have to take an Uber to get there because it's more north than the Strat, and it's in like a weird place where like it's like every video I saw was like, this is a part of Las Vegas you do not want to go to. Even if you live here, it is not safe. But basically, Fremont Street, you got to Uber up there. It's like old Vegas, downtown Las Vegas, some people call it. It's got the big covering with the light shows. It's cool to go to at day. It's cool to go to at night. They have street performers. They have bands that play free concerts. It's the closest thing that I can relate to Bourbon Street on the WrestleMania 30 or WrestleMania 34 trips. If you have time, you got to think that WrestleMania is going to end early because it's a West Coast show. It's definitely going to be a place that I think a lot of people like to go to. You can get those big yardstick frozen daiquiri drinks if you want to. It just basically has everything that's there. At the very end of Fremont Street is Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise Casino Hotel from Back to the Future 2. Actually, that's not what it's called. It's got a different name, but it's the building that they used in the movie. I gotta see it. I can't remember what the name of that casino is, but it's got to be easy. And then if you walk past the end of Fremont Street, you can get to the Container Park, which has the largest fire-breathing prairie mantis. That's got to be something to see at night. That's going to be freaking awesome. Also, while you're out there on that part of there, I think there's definitely something that I want to see, hitting an Uber to and then trying to get an Uber out of there as fast as I can, is the Little White Wedding Chapel. It is the wedding chapel that Triple H and Stephanie McMahon got married at in Las Vegas. This is like not their real wedding, but like their on TV wedding, which started the McMahon Helmsley era around Armageddon, I think 1999, back to those days. I don't have a lot of places marked out for places to eat. You are on vacation. You don't need to basically save $1 every single time you go out there. We're not expecting you to find these places like the Stage Door Casino, which has a Michelob and a hot dog, or a Budweiser and a hot dog for $3. WrestleMania comes around once a year. Not even everybody goes to every WrestleMania. So you're going to want to make sure you eat somewhere that you can really remember that was freaking awesome. And it's going to make an exclamation point on your trip. While I'm there, I know that the Link Promenade, they have an In-N-Out. I believe that the Oyo Hotel, which is at the after the MGM, it used to formerly be the Hooters Hotel and Casino, but now it just has the Hooters restaurant in there. We don't have any Hooters here in Sacramento. At one point at the peak, we had 3 or 4. They've all closed. They're all gone. So I know I want to go to Hooters, get some wings, get some Hooterade, have a good night there. And then the last thing was I saw in a lot of places was the Ocean's One diner, hotel, no, it was restaurant. I think it was Ocean's One Restaurant. Everything on the menu was $5. They had 3 for $10 drink specials. That place closed last month. It's gone. I got to take it off my list. But that's just about everything I got for Las Vegas. I hope everybody goes there, has fun. I know that ticket prices for WrestleMania were through the roof this year. There's going to be people going to Las Vegas that don't have tickets yet. I'm hoping that these things just drop and you guys are able to get them on the secondary market, like whether if it's like StubHub or anything like that. Um, if not, I know that WrestleCon is going to be having viewing parties. They're actually going to be hosting them for SmackDown. They're going to have them for WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2. There'll be a ticket price in order to get in there, but at least you know you're watching it with other wrestling fans. It's WrestleCon, so they'll probably even have wrestlers in there, is my guess. I don't think they'll be talking over it, telling stories or anything like that, but I think that is one place. I'm sure that other bars and restaurants will have it on for you as well, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but I know Monday Night Raw tickets drop. WrestleCon guests are getting announced each and every day. I've already bought tickets for Soraya as well as a picture with Sting. It's going to be his last time with the makeup, the gear on, I guess you can say. So that's like one for the road. I know that like the Big Show and Dennis Rodman have been announced, and I've also got the Dudleys, the Hardys. Beth Bagwell was yesterday. WrestleCon's gonna be freaking huge. I haven't been in a while. When I used to go, cash was king there. Not that many people had the little square things you could tap your card on. I think that's gotten a lot bigger. I don't know if they do an upcharge in order to do that, where it's like you're buying something for 40, they charge you 45 because they're getting hit with the fee every time you slide your card as well. But like I said, cash is gonna be king. That's gonna be the biggest thing of the whole trip. So anything you want to know, let me know. You put a comment on here, I'm gonna comment back. I don't care if it's 2025, 2027, 2029. I'll let you know. Hopefully, we all have awesome WrestleMania trips. This is the one that I think I'm going to be hanging my hat on. I want to go to New Orleans, and my friends want to go to New Orleans, but I'm not telling you I'm going to WrestleMania 42. This could be my last one. A lot of people came here for my WrestleMania videos, so I want to go out with a bang. So, peace out, you guys. I'll see y'all down the road. Thank y'all very much.